Your burrito addiction got me fired from my job. That's one thing that might have been on the mind of a former delivery driver who went viral on social media back in 2023 for confronting a woman who he accused of lying about receiving her order on DoorDash for some free food. Within this 2-minute clip, the now fired Dasher revealed that the day prior, he had delivered some Chipotle to this doctor's office. The next morning, he woke up to discover that he had lost his job because the food was apparently reported as never delivered. In the video, he can be seen going into the woman's work and verbally berating her. Just a warning, some people might find this difficult to watch.
Hi again. I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle, and you put down that I didn't deliver it to you? Because I just got fired from my job. Yeah, it was you. This is my only source of income. I do this all day. Now I'm fired from my job? Because you want your $10 burrito? No. Are you out of your mind? Who does this? Who does that?
I'll contact DoorDash.
Yeah. Alright, you want to say that you got your food?
I'll contact them, but...
But what? Did you get your food or what?
How are you?
I even called my lawyer. He told me I can call the cops because it's theft. It's theft. Are you going to say you got your food or not? Or should I call the cops? Because you're stealing.
I'm not stealing.
Yeah, you are stealing. Yeah, who does that? Who fucking raised your ass? Who raised you? Seriously. Fucking piece of trash. That's what you are. Trash.
This clip struck a chord with many users on the internet, especially on Reddit, as the video, uploaded by user Paris Hilton is dope, has since received more than 100,000 upvotes on the r/public freakout subreddits. Within the comments, people seem to widely support the driver, thinking that his tone of voice, paired with the clear lack of eye contact and body language from the woman being accused, makes it seem very much so as if he is telling the truth, and that she is in fact the guilty party. If this was the case, then it's inexcusable. As the driver said, this job was his sole source of income. To jeopardize someone's livelihood for a $10 burrito is as low as it gets. Though, if you're worried about the delivery driver, just know that this story has a happy ending for him and a bit of a poor one for the accused. For the delivery driver, he allegedly left a comment on YouTube that revealed that after getting into contact with DoorDash customer support, he was eventually given his job back. He also revealed that he was 5 years clean from heroin, trying to piece his life back together. The woman, on the other hand, got doxxed and her name was leaked all over the internet. In an unverified comment that I found on YouTube, one person claimed that on social media, the woman accused the DoorDasher of calling her a racial slur upon the delivery of her food. I can't say for certain if this was actually the case, because she's seemingly since deleted all of her social media accounts due to her identity being exposed. On that note, people also found out that she was serving in the US military. This too would be a problem, as somebody with such a lack of integrity is not the type of person that you would want to be serving. Varied reports surrounded this incident, with some people saying that she wasn't fired from the doctor's office, whereas others said that she was. And in one report that I happened to stumble upon, it claimed that her account was blacklisted from the service, making her just one of the many people who have been banned from DoorDash. Think of that as a sort of appetizer to whet your stomach, because I still have plenty of stories to cook up and deliver to you in this video. Still to come, we have a lolcow who allegedly got banned by online trolls who then proceeded to send him TacoBell through DoorDash, and a man who dipped his balls in a customer's salsa. This is going to be a tasty episode of the Book of the Banned, a video series in which I discuss the banned users from various apps and services, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is perhaps the most famous incident that we'll be discussing today, with this clip going viral in the summer of 2023. If you've never seen it, it involves a delivery driver known only as Dash Corey, who had some choice words for a woman who left him an unsatisfactory tip. Get ready, because this clip is yet another tough watch.
Hi.
Hello.
Come here, Max. Max. Max.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say, it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Cringe alert! On a real note though, that clip when isolated is pretty difficult to watch, and then when you learn the context behind it, the entire thing becomes almost impossible to watch. The exchange was caught on a doorbell ring cam, and it depicted Dasha Corey berating a Texas woman of the name Lacey Percival. According to the New York Post, as it turned out, Percival was a military veteran who had been injured in a head-on collision with a drunk driver earlier that year. Percival claimed that she had been depending on DoorDash to keep her family fed as she recovers. Not only that, but as the video says, the pizza was $20 and she gave a $5 tip. My American audience should know this, but to anyone outside of North America watching, a standard tip in the USA is 20%. Americans, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the minimum expected tip, if I'm not mistaken, is 15%, and although you could hypothetically pull a Mr. Beast and tip someone a Tesla, in practice, the most people usually tip is 25% for exemplary service. This woman did tip 25%, and that was even before the pizza had even arrived. She would later go on to show receipts of previous DoorDash orders that she had received, which proved that merely a week prior, she had tipped a second time after she had received her food. Just to clear the air, I do tip well after my interaction with the Dashers. In this receipt from Duncan, just a week prior to the Dasha Corey incident, she had tipped $10 on a $17 order. Also, you have to keep in mind that just because someone has ordered food from a nice house, it does not mean that they're the owner. For all the driver knew, she could have been a house sitter, a dog sitter, a friend or family member of someone who lived at the house. This was an entirely out-of-pocket comment to make. Now, I want to make it clear that this isn't meant to be an attack on delivery drivers by any means. There are a few more delivery drivers who have been banned for various reasons who we'll get into in just a bit. Maybe he was just having a bad day, it happens, and then he goes and finds himself in internet infamy, which kind of sucks. Honestly, I don't know if this video should have been blasted all over social media. It seems like the kind of thing that could have been easily resolved behind doors between the Percivals and DoorDash, but at the very least, it should act as a cautionary tale to people that a large tip is not a guarantee. On top of that, being verbally berated for tipping more than what would be expected is just absurd. Following the interaction, Percival attempted to get rid of her tip, which she was unable to do. Her husband, however, contacted DoorDash about the incident, who gifted them a $5 voucher as a form of reimbursement. According to the Daily Mail, upon further investigation, however, this amount was later increased to $75, likely due to the video blowing up on TikTok. Back to the New York Post article though, it made the claim that Dasha Corey, following this incident, was banned from the delivery app. Perhaps this is referring to the fact that he was reportedly fired from his job, or perhaps the New York Post was able to uncover some additional information, like his account was actually shut down, meaning that he wouldn't be able to order through there himself. Not that I particularly think that he'd ever want to use the service after his evident disdain working for it. If he ever did though, I hope he left a big tip. Moving on to our next story, I want to discuss a DoorDasher who you might have heard of before. He's a man who goes by the name WingsOfRedemption. If you're unaware of this, on the 9th of October 2021, WingsOfRedemption posted on his Twitter that he was banned from delivering for DoorDash. Let's get to the bottom of why. It was late 2021 when WingsOfRedemption put out a post on his Twitter to announce that his trolls had gotten him banned from his side hustle. It read, "When trolls say get a job, they don't really mean it. I haven't DoorDashed in weeks. This is 100% troll stink." A screenshot showed that DoorDash, after an investigation, deemed that he had somehow violated his independent contractor agreement, and in response, his delivering account had been banned. If you're not familiar with WingsOfRedemption, you might wonder how someone could do that to him, as similar to the Dasher in the first story, this was taking away a significant income source. However, WingsOfRedemption is a lolcow, which to any of you who are unfamiliar with the term, roughly equates to an internet whipping boy. I thought that this Reddit comment summed it up quite well. A lolcow is a cow you milk for lols. Someone who can get baited into raging or embarrassing themselves, etc. The original lolcow is Chris Chan, who was baited dozens of times by trolls into doing ridiculous things on camera. Thus the term lolcow. Someone to laugh at. These are people who are easily manipulated into lashing out, raging, or making an ass of themselves, or alternatively, they're desperate enough to grasp onto internet fame to make it seem as though they are. Other famous lolcows include Boogie2988 for example, and the pair of Boogie and Wings actually have a podcast together called the Lolcow Podcast. Anyways, after he received the email, Wings went on stream to discuss it.
Why did I say I lost my side hustle? I haven't DoorDashed in like a month. So to all of a sudden have a customer complaint about discrimination, I don't discriminate against anybody. I don't see people, right? I don't see people. I don't text people. I don't talk to people. I stop at a restaurant and I deliver food to a door and I take a picture. So it 100% is a troll thing.
To rub salt in the wounds, beneath his Twitter post, one person claimed that they had sent him chili, to which he claimed he had received. I'm inclined to believe that this person did send it too, because not only was a portion of his address in the screenshot, but Wings also has a history of getting swatted, so people clearly know his address. And if you're not convinced with that, in the stream where he spoke about getting banned from DoorDash, somebody, presumably one of his trolls, sent him a big box of donuts.
It doesn't say who said that one.
Oh my lord.
I didn't realize I was muted. I was giving call outs and everything.
Somebody sent us a dozen donuts on DoorDash.
Oh, wow.
Nevertheless, this doesn't retract from the fact that in late 2021, he was banned from the service, never to deliver another meal again. But from a driver seeing red to a customer seeing orange, our next story involves a person who discovered that her meal had been eaten and in the process uncovered a trail of crumbs to discover a Taco Bell conspiracy. This story takes place in the summer of 2021 and begins with a woman of the name Caitlin Horn who uploaded a video to her TikTok captioned, "Literally caught her red-handed," in which she revealed that the bag that her food was in was open, that she was missing an item, and that she had a theory about where it went.
So chances are you know what DoorDash is. You order your food, Dasher in the area goes out, picks it up, brings it to your house. Okay, so I ordered Taco Bell today. I go outside and the bag is ripped open, which is fine, things happen. It's cool, no big deal. I get inside, I divvy out all the food to the family, and I go to grab my food, and this was missing. My Doritos Locos Taco. Okay, also common, happens all the time. Not really gonna worry about it, well just go ahead and get me a little refund, call it a day. And then I get this picture from my Dasher. Y'all, tell me that ain't Dorito dust on this woman's fingers. Tell me, y'all, tell me this woman didn't eat my taco now.
Yes, it would appear as though whoever this mysterious delivery driver was decided to eat Caitlin's Doritos Loco Taco. If you've ever ordered DoorDash or GrubHub or any other food delivery service for that matter, you'll know that for the most part they always come within a bag that has been sealed. It's got like a sticker that will seal the bag closed. Delivery drivers in the comments were saying that under no circumstances should the seal be broken. It's a red flag right off the bat because the seal keeps the integrity of the food. You know for a fact that it hasn't been tampered with. Then you have to look at the incriminating photo itself. This woman could have so easily not have put her fingers in the photo. Was this just a mindless blunder, or was it intentional? She's been caught orange-handed here because I've spent enough time on the Xbox 360 to know that that is clearly Dorito dust on her grubby little fingers. This is the proof. Perhaps this was her sick and twisted way of gloating that she had gotten away with the Doritos Loco Taco scot-free. Caitlin would then follow up with another TikTok revealing that she had received a refund for her part of the order, receiving $3.80. The comments for the most part were saying that she should have pushed this further, but it seems as though Caitlin really didn't care. According to one source I found, it even said that she gave the driver a 30% tip. However, according to this source, as well as various others, it's been revealed that the driver, whoever she was, lost her job for this stunt, being banned from ever delivering for the company again, all because she was hungry for a $3.80 Doritos Locos Taco. But if you're hungry for more of my content, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give this video a big fat like, as we move on to a DoorDasher who has been banned a minimum of thrice. This is More Driven. He's a YouTuber with almost 50,000 subscribers whose content revolves around the gig economy, so if you're someone who's ever tried to get a little side hustle going on, it's possible that you might have run into his content in the past. He's done it all, from reacting to DoorDash TikToks to trying to do Uber until he can afford a house, brave in this economy. But though he might seem innocent enough, Back in the summer of 2021, it seemed as though DoorDash thought that he was trying to finesse the system. In his video DoorDash Banned Me, he revealed that he had his account deactivated because he was working at the same time that his wife had placed an order.
Basically what happened is my wife ordered food while I was dashing. I got the order, I dropped it off. There was a red flag in the DoorDash system and I got deactivated for it.
Just to reiterate, he decided to take this order on, and that apparently caused some red flags within DoorDash's system, with more getting banned from being able to deliver. Though this wasn't where the story ended. Upon doing a bit of digging, it appears as though this wasn't the first, nor even the second, but the third time that Moore was banned from DoorDash. Though this time, things were a little bit different, and arguably more suspicious. Within the video, he put forward a conspiracy theory that DoorDash was attempting to remove the older drivers so that they could maximise their profits, replacing them with new dashers who didn't know the system quite as well.
I think they're trying to get rid of the older dashers. Like, you have a lot of experience. We are going to make sure that if you do one little thing, we're going to deactivate you because we want the new people in who don't really know what to do. They're going to accept every order. They're going to take these garbage orders and they're not going to make as much money.
In the past, DoorDash has had a bit of a history screwing over their drivers, so it is possible. What was even more peculiar though was that not only was Moore's delivery account banned, but he later revealed within the video that a short while after he had a craving for some chicken tenders, and upon attempting to have them delivered via DoorDash, even as a customer, he wasn't allowed. DoorDash had not only banned him from delivering food, but receiving it too. But that wasn't even the kicker. To top things off, not only did they ban him from ordering food, not only did they ban him from delivering food, they also banned his wife. She was the one that initially placed the order, and now she joined him in the book of the banned, making this a 2-for-1, a double banning for the pair. Also, because I don't think I'll ever get around to making these videos, I just want to clarify that he was also banned from Uber Eats and GrubHub. He clearly cannot catch a break. Nevertheless, in the time since the DoorDash video went up, he has seemingly since been unbanned, and as of 2024, Moore is once more delivering for DoorDash. But one person that will definitely never get unbanned is a delivery driver who had a cruel and unusual revenge plot against a customer that didn't tip very much. Buckle up, because things are about to get hairy. It was a crisp night out in Maryville, Tennessee, when an unnamed female delivery driver was on call. She had received an order to be picked up at a local Mexican restaurant and be delivered to a house 30 minutes away. She, along with a male friend, took on the job, picked up the order, and then hit the road. What would happen next though would shock and disgust Judge Robert Hedrick, who presided over the case. Whoever had placed the order decided to give the driver a very low tip, handing over only a mere 89 cents. For the unnamed driver, this just wouldn't do. Reports say that the driver convinced her friend named Howard Webb to do something sickening. She convinced him to take the customer's salsa, and let's just say I hope that person didn't have a nut allergy. But for as obscene as this was, it was also incredibly poorly thought out, because did I mention that the only reason that we know that this happened is because she recorded footage of it happening? Now, though you can't see anything explicit, I'm going to err on the side of caution and not show any of the video here, but I can confirm that upon feeling the spicy sensation upon his sack, Webb can be quoted as saying, "Ooh, it feels good on my balls." This incident being recorded was perhaps an oversight from the driver, as she was capturing evidence, though uploading it to the internet was a purely brain-dead move. You see, this was around the time that a lot of people were uploading videos of themselves contaminating food onto the internet. The famous ice cream lick incident would only happen a few months later. Perhaps Webb and his friend were just getting ahead of the trend, but of course, when other people saw this, it was only inevitable that it was going to blow up, and it did, right in their faces. On the 22nd of February 2019, the company in which the delivery was ordered through, named Dinner Delivered, posted this on Facebook. In short, it reads that they had pursued criminal and civil action against the pair, that they were extremely sorry that this kind of thing happened, and that they knew for a fact that this duo were rogues. Or at least, they hope they were rogue. Within the replies, Dinner Delivered also included a screenshot of the perp's name, which showed that he was taken in on the 22nd of February at 24 minutes past 10. It also showed that he had been booked as a pre-trial felon. A month later, he would get his trial, in which he reportedly chuckled at the situation, being scolded by the judge in the process. The 31-year-old would plead guilty to an amended charge of misdemeanor assault/offensive touching and avoided the potential of serving prison time. Also, am I the only one that thinks he looks a lot like Dantavius? Webb was sentenced to a 6-month suspended sentence on supervised probation, serving 30 days in jail first, minus 21 days credit for the time he had spent locked up since his arrest a month prior. He was also prohibited from any contact with the customer whose food he defiled. The woman behind the camera was obviously fired from her job, but I couldn't find anything about whether or not she spent any time behind bars. Nevertheless, she was banned from ever again dashing for dinner delivered. But I have something to deliver to you, my dear viewer. You should go and check out my video on Uber's banned users, because we are out of stories today and there's no second course. Not yet, at least. This video was a great one if you ask me. I totally recommend it, or for that matter, any other video in my Book of the Banned series. They're all great. Aside from that, I have a Twitter and an Instagram that you can go check out if you want to see more from me. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.